My name is Jeffrey Damian Capella. I'm a United States Army veteran of over 10 years. Additionally, I am also a veteran of Ground Zero. The reason I decided to make this video today is to seek your assistance in securing justice for veterans, including myself, as well as students, particularly conservative students, who were unfairly sanctioned, harassed, and abused during my time in attendance at Syracuse University. Indeed, I have a current complaint filed against Syracuse University at the Office of Civil Rights under the Department of Justice for the harassment that I both directly received and observed during my attendance there. The reason I chose to make this video at this time was for two reasons. First, the context of events surrounding the harassment that I and other veterans and students received during my time at Syracuse University is almost synonymous with the harassment that current students are tragically facing at many universities around this country in response to the airing of American Sniper. Second, my confidence in realizing justice through the Office of Civil Rights is rapidly diminishing. Let me take some time to briefly outline some of the more pertinent aspects and events and harassment I both observed and received during my time in attendance at Syracuse University. Some of the more significant instances of harassment and abuse occurred after I had the displeasure of witnessing a Ground Zero mosque apologist demonstration that was held on September 11, 2010. To add insult to injury, that demonstration, that Ground Zero mosque apologist demonstration, was orchestrated to coincide with the exact moments that the planes struck both the World Trade Center and the Pentagon. Now, to the best of my knowledge, not one consideration was given regarding members of the student body that either served at Ground Zero or had potentially lost family members in those attacks, of which I know two members in the student body that did, one of which is a dear friend of mine, and how they might feel regarding that demonstration. Understandably, I found the nature of such a demonstration deeply offensive. Moreover, given the heightened state of national tension surrounding such a contentious topic at the time, I found the context of how that demonstration was conducted to be reckless. Subsequently, I decided to ask a member of Syracuse University's administration out to lunch to discuss the lack of forethought regarding holding such a demonstration, particularly in the manner that it was held. The response to my reasonable responses were, well, to put it politely, horrific, terrifying. For nothing other than professionally voicing, my conscience, which is my right as a United States citizen, as well as a student, as outlined by the university's own operational guidelines. I was the recipient of increasing amounts of institutionalized sanctioning, abuse, and harassment. The nature of that harassment included consistent violations of my First, Fourth, and 16th Amendment rights, additional violations to my federal academic protection rights. I had my academic and professional livelihood targeted and destroyed. And finally, I had threats towards both my and my family's physical well-being made. This was by members of the university administration and members of the Department of Public Safety, who I had to meet with, even though both the university administration and members of the Department of Public Safety had stated I committed no crime nor violated any tenet of the Student Code of Conduct. In support of those statements, I have a wealth of evidence. Email chains, official documentation, legal requests and responses, police reports, video recordings, the full nine. That said, I'm a disabled vet and broke grad student. Syracuse University is a multi-billion-dollar institution that's very politically connected. Subsequently, my pursuit towards justice has been frustrated. What does justice look like, you ask? Even though the abuse was done to me, my response is to ensure that that abuse does not occur to others. Subsequently, I'm seeking three resolutions, which I would contend are simple and reasonable. First, I am conferred the 2 additional degrees that were stolen from me. Why? Because I earned them. Additionally, the reason why I pursue those degrees is to ensure that the opportunities that are purchased at extremely high cost by my fellow soldiers overseas are not squandered away here at home by criminal incompetence. Second, to show the university's commitment to veterans, particularly in a manner that is not indicative of the intellectually dishonest acts of strategic integrity that Syracuse has done in recent activity, that a scholarship be afforded to 3 veterans of my choosing. And third, given the damages to my academic and professional livelihood, financial restitution is made for the damages caused, with said restitution to be given to the nonprofit that I set up to protect my fellow soldiers who should choose to go to Syracuse University from similar abuse in the future. I want to make this point clear. I have signed a legally binding document regarding that nonprofit that I will never take a dime in salary for the entirety of my life. Moreover, I will never live in the facility that we envision are required to pursue that foundation's mission, because I didn't set up that foundation for me. It was set up for my fellow soldiers who, to put it bluntly, sacrificed far more than I to ensure that they are not abused in the manner that I both experienced and observed during my attendance at Syracuse. What can you do to help? Please take a few minutes out of your day and help spread awareness regarding the lack of justice for those veterans and conservative students that attend Syracuse University. You can assist in that endeavor by bringing such events to the attention of your local news and media. Moreover, you can share your support by placing a call to Syracuse University's Office of Public Affairs and express that you demand the university afford justice to the veteran and his family they harassed, as well as equitable treatment to the conservative students they consistently sanction. Finally, I want to make this point very clear. My position is not that other people cannot hold positions in contradiction to my worldview or hold left-wing positions in general. Rather, that equitable treatment is given to all points of view. Sadly, where the rubber meets the road, particularly in academia, that equitable treatment is not realized. I hope I can count on your support to help protect my fellow soldiers, as well as ensure equitable treatment of students that may hold worldviews that are contradictory to those within universities' administration and/or faculty. And I thank you for your time.